Here's the reference image I used for the Van Gogh watercolor project. My first step is to sketch out some designs, so I make a few thumbnails and then I try the car close, I try it far away, with lots of landscape and with not so much landscape. And I add some color to try out some different color schemes just to get an idea of what I want to do before I actually do it. I end up selecting the top right one, and then I do my initial sketch on the watercolor paper after I've taped it down, and then I go ahead and start painting, starting very lightly. Then I start building up my layers, so just a lot of light layers and then adding more darks and lights, and you really want to build some depth, and part of building depth is what you use as a reference image, using a photograph to help you as a reference image. That's a good way, because if you follow someone else's already created art, you might lose a lot of depth that you could see from a photograph. But basically what I do is I just add lights and darks, and then to create the Van Gogh style, a lot of short lines showing movement, and bright colors. So that's the essence of this assignment, is short lines that show movement and also bright colors. You can see the sky is all wavy, like there's wind. The grasses, there's curly short lines, kind of to show swaying. It's kind of fun to be not so necessarily realistic. So yep, just keep adding colors and building depth. That's the main thing in order to give it a nice touch, is to add a lot of depth. So I created this image specifically just because I wanted to try out doing a car. I've never really painted a car before or drawn cars, so it was kind of an interesting challenge. I'd encourage you to try something new that you don't normally do. So you can add your lines on lightly like I did in the distance, because if all of your lines are dark, then it'll be hard to have a focal point. So you can make the lines work with the design of the painting. I finished off with a white gel pen just to get some more light, and I signed my name, and then I was done.